Hello, subscribers. This is yours truly, JBlue68, coming to you with my next comic book haul video. I guess this will be a kind of short video. Before I get into this video, I want to say thank you to my subscribers. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, for liking, sharing, and commenting. Please continue to do so, and tap the notification bell so you get more videos like this as I post them immediately. Let me take a sip of water real quick. Okay. All right, so today is September the 4th. Wow, we are out of August. Summer is pretty much over with. We are into the fall seasons now. One of my favorite times of the year. Absolutely, I love the fall. Um, Definitely love September and looking forward to the upcoming fall months, which encompass pretty much September through early November. And we're going to start off this haul with a book that I've always wanted to have in my collection. I'm old enough to have had it in my collection, but never found it. This is the Treasury edition of DC Comics Superman versus Muhammad Ali, a classic reprinting of that book. This was about what, as you see on the top of the cover here, $14.99. Quite an expensive book, but again, I had to have this, man. And this is the Treasury size edition. Of DC Comics. And if you're not familiar with Treasury size editions, this is a normal size comic book right here. Okay, so Treasury editions are usually very big books. Both Marvel and DC are known to have printed Treasury size editions. Back in the day, they haven't had a Treasury size in a while. Between neither comic book industry, I should say. And this features the classic artwork of Neal Adams. This is by Denny O'Neil and Neal Adams. And if you want to, I'm going to move my coffee cup out of the way. Let's see, yeah. You want to get a look of some of the work of the late, great Neal Adams, of his work here. And this is paper print, so I have to be really careful with the pages there. All right, so there's Muhammad. And then there's Kal-El, also Superman. One a real life superhero and one make believe, of course. But both two of my favorite people. All right. Definitely captures that 70s vibe there. In that artwork. Very, very nice. Okay. Here's some of the other pages. Again, I gotta be really careful with this. I don't want to tear, because this is they actually reprinted this with actual paper, newspaper stock print. All right, love that, man. I love that. It's just very nostalgic. Takes me back in the day of collecting comics during this time frame. So yeah. All right, so that's that, and here's the back of the book. It's actually a wraparound cover. You see that there? That is really cool. Really cool. Absolutely love that. So I'm really glad to have this in my collection. Next up, we get into Marvel Comics. I think I only have one DC comic in this haul. But yeah, next up we get into Marvel Comics as they're celebrating their 85th anniversary. Happy 85th anniversary, Marvel. Let's get a little bit more light on this. So, it's a little glare in there. It's happy 85th anniversary, Marvel Comics. Congratulations on your 85th anniversary. This book here features a compilation of different stories based off different characters. As you see on here, we have Wolverine, Spider-Man, Captain Britain, Miss Marvel, looks like Nightcrawler, and of course Deadpool. And this is a compilation of I think 3 or 4 or 5 different stories in here, probably just 3, written by different writers. This is issue number 1 of the 85th anniversary. I don't know how many editions of this they're going to have. They'll probably have celebrating their 85th year. They'll probably have an issue out probably every other week until the end of the year. That's what I'm assuming. So yes, again, happy anniversary, Marvel. Thank you for all you've done in both comics and in movies and video games. All right. Next up, I was missing this issue of Secret Wars. This is issue number 4. Beneath 150 billion tons stands the Hulk, and he is not happy. Looks like he's saving his other superhero friends from being demolished here under this mountain. Yeah, but I was missing this issue. It's a 12-issue series. Issue number 7, I think, is out now. So they have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. About 5 more issues. 5 or 6 more issues to go, right? 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 5 more issues to go. And I can't count, huh? Maybe I need to go back to school to learn how to count. All right, then we just have a free Marvel premiere. This is issue number 61 of The Amazing Spider-Man. We see Doctor Doom in the background, The 8 Deaths of Spider-Man. This will be written, of course, by Joe Kelly and Ed McGuinness. This is a catalog of all their upcoming books for the upcoming months for September through pretty much most of the year. Okay. And then we have issue number 8 of the very, very popular series, fan favorite, Ultimate Spider-Man number 8 by Jonathan Hickman. One of my favorite writers, absolutely. That's a really, very cool cover there. This has really been a really good series. If you have not been reading Spider-Man, this is definitely one to read. And I know there's a lot of different Spider-Man books that are out, but this is one definitely to read. Let me take a sip of coffee really quick. Out of my comic book cup here, I have Issues. One of my favorite cups. And then more Spider-Man, the Spectacular Spider-Men. This is a free must-have from Marvel Comics. It was printed in the month of August. It features the Spectacular Spider-Men number 2, Gods number 2, and Avengers Twilight number 1. I still need to get the Gods story. I don't have the Gods story. Each of the individual, getting tongue-tied here. The individual issues, there's available now in trade paperback. I'm going to pick that up pretty soon, read it in its entirety, and maybe do a review of it. But yeah, this features one of the stories from Gods in this particular story, which also features, of course, Spider-Man. Right? And I think, again, there are like 3 stories in here. Yeah, there are. I don't think there are. There are 3 stories in here. I just named them. And then we have DC Connect, which is a catalog of the upcoming DC books from now into November of this year. Justice League Unlimited, The Watchtower Rises. This takes place, of course, after the recent DC stories featuring Amanda Waller. It says here a new era of Justice League starts here in Justice League Unlimited number 1. This will be written by Mark Waid and Dan Mora. Right, featuring some of our favorite DC, or probably all I believe it's all of the DC heroes will be included in these stories. And Black Lightning is supposed to be spearheading these stories. So that'll be interesting to read. Okay. I'm getting back into Marvel Comics. We have the Red Band edition of Werewolf by Night. This is not for children. It just says here, warning, this book is only approved for appropriate audiences by Marvel Comics. Explicit content, reader discretion advised. That is an awesome cover there. And the Red Band edition, they've been doing a lot of these lately, if you don't know. Again, it's for, as it says here, appropriate audiences. Usually a lot of blood and gore is involved. And speaking of Werewolf by Night is one of my absolute favorite, Marvel Disney or Disney Plus Marvel TV shows. It was excellently done. This is not based off of anything related to that. Let me see if I can turn this around the other way. Still a lot of glare in there. This is not based off of anything related to that TV show. I'm not sure. I think this will be a mini series, but that is a really groovy cover there. Groovy cover. It's a very 70s-ish term. I guess I'm in a 70s frame of mind. Yeah, but Werewolf by Night, issue number 1, Red Band edition. And it's polybag too, by the way. All right. Moving along here, we have Predator versus Black Panther number 1. We had Predator versus Wolverine. Now we have Predator versus Black Panther issue number 1 by Benjamin Percy and Chris Allen. Also features Lee Ferguson, Sean Damian Hill, Craig Ewing, and Eric Arcienega, contributing to the story in terms of artwork, story, lettering, penciling, and all that stuff. This is 20th Century Studios label. And yeah, this is issue number 1 of this series. I think this is a mini series too. I believe it may be a 5-part issue, something to that effect. All right. And then next up, we have Aliens versus Avengers number 1. Also written by Jonathan Hickman. That's a cool cover there. It's going to be interesting. It's still a lot of glare in there, man. It's going to be interesting to see how the Avengers take on the aliens. Because it's going to take more than a shield cap. And Iron Man is going to take more than your iron armor to take on such a fiendish, such a powerful creature, I should say, who has acid for blood. All right. And I like how they have this emblem here. It looks like the Weyland-Yutani emblem from the movie. Now, again, I apologize for all that glare. I'm doing the best I can. I'm filming this actually towards the evening, so we got a lot of night light going on outside as the seasons change. This is under the 20th Century Fox Studios logo. Of course, they're owned by Disney now. And then this beautiful, beautiful cover here by Alex Ross, the infamous Alex Ross. Fantastic Four issue number 24. I haven't honestly collected a Fantastic Four comic book in a while. I've kind of dropped out of the series. But when I seen this cover, I absolutely had to get it. And then, of course, we'll do the follow-up with issue number 25 when it comes out. But, hey, man, Alex Ross has been pretty consistent. We're drawing for the Fantastic Four, and I think I heard that he's about to wind up, or he will be discontinuing drawing the cover work, or the covers for Fantastic Four. I'm not sure how true that is. I hope it's not true, because I've absolutely loved his work doing the Fantastic Four covers. But anyway, that's it. I think it looks like members of the Inhumans are in the background too. Again, I haven't really read any of the Fantastic Four comic books in a while to know exactly what's going on in their universe. But yeah. All right, let's move on here. Then we have, of course, issue number 6 of Ultimate Spider-Man. Did I just show Ultimate Spider-Man? I think I was missing this issue, so I included it in here. Yeah. Let me see. I think I did. Show. Let's see. No. Yeah. Yep. So, yeah. So yeah, I was missing issue number 6. So all right, Ultimate Spider-Man number 6, Jonathan Hickman. All right, let's move on here. Here's another free comic book from Marvel Comics based off of Planet of the Apes. Fall of Man, and again with the 20th Century Fox logo. And I believe this is the introduction of a new story I should say, that will be written based off of the simians who are ruling the earth. The simian species who are ruling the earth. All right, cool cover too. And a series I'm very, very excited to reintroduce. This is book 2. Or chapter 2, I should say, of The Hunger in the Dusk. This is written by G. Willow Wilson with Chris Wildgoose and Masazik, if I'm pronouncing their name correctly, contributing to this story. With the IDW, this is under IDW Comics, celebrating their 25th anniversary. And this is the second story arc. I collected the first story arc. If you're into fantasy comics, you'll absolutely love this. And I want to show some of the artwork from the pages of this book, which I raved about with this first story arc. The artwork in the story, along with it being a good story, is absolutely brilliant. Look at it. Look at that. Look at that. That is absolutely gorgeous. Again, I want to get some of this glare out of here and do a close-up shot. Let's see if I can. Yeah, dig that. Gorgeous artwork, man. I just absolutely love the panels. I think the lettering is done very well as well. It's kind of bloody and violent book, but it's definitely worth reading. Okay, you can see some of that. Artwork is definitely one of the reasons why I buy comic books. That's very well done there. All right. Okay, so yes, this is the second story arc of this series. I have the entire first arc, which is available now in trade paperback. I think, if I am correct, issue number 2 did come out. Some of these books are late in this haul. As I always say, most of my books, unfortunately, are. This is all a matter of money, man. All a matter of money and time. All right, so next up we get into more IDW. This is a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is basically just a IDW, a monthly title catalog. Features all of the stories that are coming out about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, or TMNT. But also in this catalog, I went through it, and there's a lot of Godzilla stuff that's coming out for the month of October. I can't wait, as we're on the 70th anniversary of Godzilla. And IDW, of course, has exclusive rights to publishing the comic books. Here is another catalog from them. I got 2 of them. There's 2 different catalogs featuring the artwork of the infamous TMNT. All right, very nice. This looks like more so like a holiday edition type thing, or type deal. All right, and then another story I'm excited to actually get back into, Nightclub. I have the first story arc of this series, which was very fun read, very, very exciting read. This is from, as I said, Dark Horse Comics. It's a vampire superhero action story. So they Mark Millar has started the second story arc of this exciting story. Yeah, so this is issue number 1, Nightclub number 2. Mark Millar with Juan Ramirez on the artwork. Right. And then we have another very exciting comic book series by Declan Shalvey with Drew Moss on the artwork. This is issue number 7 from Dynamite Comics of Thundercats. Thundercats issue number 7. Very nostalgic here. This is from my childhood. And I've enjoyed the series so far. It's very, very, very well written. So if you like fun, adventure, and excitement in your life when it comes to comic books, this is definitely for you. All right, and that's it. And we're back to the 85th anniversary of Marvel Comics, the 85th anniversary special. I hope that you enjoyed this comic book haul. Again, most of my comic books are usually sometimes behind, or if they are, up to date. This features mainly my favorite comic book picks for the week or for the month. Comic books, of course, as some of you know, come out every Wednesday of every week. Christmas, which is pretty much Christmas for comic book collectors, so to speak. You might notice here in the corner too, I have a 2025 calendar over here. I'm kind of ahead of the curve. I picked this up as well. I'm not going to go through that right now, but this is by Thomas Kincaid Studios. It's a 2025 calendar. So like I said, I'm kind of ahead of the curve there. If we actually lived into the new year, uh, or have a new year, with all the craziness that's going on in the world. Uh, Again, I'm planning way ahead of time. So again, that's it. That's all, y'all. Thank you for joining me. I hope that you've enjoyed this comic book haul. Please like, share, subscribe, and tap the notification bell so you can get more videos like this as I post them immediately. Thank you all for joining me. Peace, love, and hair grease.